We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. There will be no end to the troubles of states, or of humanity itself, till philosophers become kings in this world, or till those we now call kings and rulers really and truly. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. The man who makes everything that leads to happiness depends upon himself, and not upon other men, has adopted the very best plan for living happily. This is the man of moderation, the man of manly character and of wisdom. All things will be produced in superior quantity and quality, and with greater ease, when each man works at a single occupation, in accordance with his natural gifts, and at the right moment, without meddling with anything else. All the gold which is under or upon the earth is not enough to give in exchange for virtue. The man who makes everything that leads to happiness depends upon himself, and not upon other men, has adopted the very best plan for living happily. This is the man of moderation, the man of manly character and of wisdom. Ignorance of all things is an evil neither terrible nor excessive, nor yet the greatest of all, but great cleverness and much learning, if they be accompanied by a bad training, are a much greater misfortune. A hero is born among 100, a wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. When the tyrant has disposed of foreign enemies by conquest or treaty and there is nothing to fear from them, then he is always stirring up some worry or other in order that the people may require a leader. Man is a prisoner who has no right to open the door of his prison and run away. A man should wait, and not take his own life until God summons him. Only a philosopher's mind grows wings, since its memory always keeps it as close as possible to those realities by being close to which the gods are divine. Wise men talk because they have something to say, fools, because they have to say something. Either we shall find what it is we are seeking, or at least we shall free ourselves from the persuasion that we know what we do not know. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. Love is born into every human being, it calls back the halves of our original nature together, it tries to make one out of two and heal the wound of human nature. Books are immortal sons defying their sires. The first and best victory is to conquer self. At the touch of love everyone becomes a poet. True friendship can exist only between equals. No wealth can ever make a bad man at peace with himself. I thought to myself, I am wiser than this man. Neither of us probably knows anything that is really good, but he thinks he has knowledge, when he has not, while I, having no knowledge, do not think I have. Poets utter great and wise things which they do not themselves understand. For this feeling of wonder shows that you are a philosopher, since wonder is the only beginning of philosophy. I would teach children music, physics, and philosophy, but most importantly music, for the patterns in music and all the arts are the keys to learning. If a man can be properly said to love something, it must be clear that he feels affection for it as a whole, and does not love part of it to the exclusion of the rest. There is in every one of us, even those who seem to be most moderate, a type of desire that is terrible, wild, and lawless. Any man may easily do harm, but not every man can do good to another. Writing is the geometry of the soul. Love is simply the name for the desire and pursuit of the whole. Love is the pursuit of the whole. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed, by the masses. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest babblers. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Bodily exercise, when compulsory, does no harm to the body, but knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. No man should bring children into the world who is unwilling to persevere to the end in their nature and education. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. A house that has a library in it has a soul. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. You're my star, a stargazer too, and I wish that I were heaven, with a billion eyes to look at you. Musical innovation is full of danger to the state, for when modes of music change, the fundamental laws of the state always change with them. Character is simply habit long continued. Death is not the worst that can happen to men. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Necessity is the mother of invention. The object of education is to teach us to love what is beautiful. How can you prove whether at this moment we are sleeping, and all our thoughts are a dream, or whether we are awake, and talking to one another in the waking state? You should not honor men more than truth. In politics we presume that everyone who knows how to get votes knows how to administer a city or a state. When we are ill, we do not ask for the handsomest physician, or the most eloquent one. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help, and what they cannot. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Education is teaching our children to desire the right things. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. When men speak ill of thee, live so as nobody may believe them. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge.